Top Hill Recording Podcast, episode 206. My man, how about that? 206.
That's crazy.
Pretty crazy. Tonight, our guest, Grace Pelle.
Cool.
keep a secret. All these eyes are making me sick. You think I'm over here playing dumb, but I just keep on biting my tongue. See the storm from miles away, moving closer to us every day. The forecast is so predictable, thinking that I'm not miserable. A bad feeling that you're gonna leave me. This car crash made me up finally from this bad dream. What you get about the red lights, but it's too late. I'm hitting 95 on the interstate. I wish it wasn't true, but I just can't say this is a bad dream. Whoa, whoa, pressured over this time. All the oceans between us you've made. I wanna swim, but I don't like the waves. What is up with all this distance? You're forgetting what you're missing. I thought that we had making promised we would always be so honest. My dashboard, so many signs I'll try to ignore. Let's see how far I'll run until I break like glass. I shouldn't drive so fast. Wish that my bandwidth of emotion wasn't so wide and deep like oceans, but I wouldn't take it back. 'Cause isn't everyone a little bit mad? 'Cause I've got too many hats on my head, and I thought I wouldn't be in the red from trying to fit into everyone's mold. hold, only so much that I can hold. I'll just describe it as a circus. It's fun to look at but makes you nervous. Think I like adrenaline. Tight ropes and I never win. Where do I begin? I've got too many hats on my head, and I thought I wouldn't be in the red from trying to fit into everyone's mold. There's only so much that I can hold, only so much that I can hold, only so much that I can hold. I wanna make gold out of gravel, untie the knots and let my soul unravel. If I wanna take roads less traveled, I need to make gold out of gravel. I wanna make gold out of gravel, untie the knots and let my soul unravel. Wanna take all the roads less traveled. But it's funny 'cause I've got too many hats on my head, and I thought I wouldn't be in the red from trying to fit into everyone's mold. There's only so much that I can hold. I've got too many hats on my head, and I thought I wouldn't be in the red from trying to fit into everyone's mold. There's only so much that I can hold, only so much that I can hold, only so much that I can hold. Da, da, ha, da, 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 da.
And fellas.
And my
And the
amazing
guys.
band.
And
Grace and the
fellas.
guys.
Yes,
And
and the guys.
So before we get too deep, I always got to say, make sure you go to hit Top Hill, subscribe on YouTube, go to Instagram, do that. Also do it for our guests, which we will get into that right now. So Grace, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing splendid tonight. How about yourself?
Well, I'm doing a lot better after we had our little mini show. And it was killer. You guys
Yay.
came in and I really, really dig the vibe that you set in the room tonight.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Very, very interesting stuff. And what do you think?
Oh, you all have a cool sound. I told you before we started the podcast, I was checking you out this afternoon. I love all the productions, but hearing the band is like a totally different
Oh,
vibe, and it is very cool. Y'all are super tight. I love the backing tracks. I think you're the first band since I've been co-host to have some tracks. They sounded really cool. Do you make those yourself
I
as
do.
well? Yeah, they sound great.
Yeah, we wanted to make a nice, like, immersive experience with the band, but also with the tracks, but not so that one isn't overpowering the other. So
Yeah.
I feel like
y'all
you nailed
enjoyed
that.
it.
Yeah.
Ah, thank you.
So Grace not only is a singer-songwriter, but a pretty much like a super producer, engineer, does it all, jack of all trades. But before we get too deep into that, what we like to do on this podcast is kind of get you to take us all the way back to what it was when you knew that music was going to be something that you had to do, and like even back to childhood, and when it just grabbed you in a way that maybe you don't think it caught other people's attention at that age.
Yeah. I would say, like, ever since I can remember, we had this upright black piano in my first home. And I just, whenever I was little, I would just stumble over to it, like barely walking, like toddler, and just bang my hands on the piano just because I wanted to make noise out of it. And I didn't know exactly what to do, but I knew that I wanted to play it. So I always just, I guess, set a goal for myself to learn an instrument and did everything by ear. And that's kind of where the songwriting started to happen.
Interesting. So did anybody in the house play, or was the instrument just there?
My mom was actually in a band in college, so she kind of dabbled with piano.
What was the name of the band?
I
This is the name of the
Mama
band
P.
right here. This is the name of the band. What's Mom's band
she
name?
changed it like 3 times, so I'm trying to. She did it for like 2 years. I'm trying to remember. Oh, this is so
I wonder
awkward.
if it's something cool.
I don't know.
Something super cool.
I think it was something
super
like
70s.
Like the Transform. It wasn't that. It was something like super like
70s,
eclectic.
80s,
Yeah. It was cool, but it was like the time to be in a band. It was like a cover band, but it was like peak 90s college. So
Heck yeah. So did Mom play as well? She played?
no, she knew some piano, but she was mostly a singer. Yeah.
Okay, right on.
But she played by ear a lot. And then I had like grandparents that did like a lot of musical theater, which is like reading music. So I kind of grew up in a musical family, but nothing like songwriting or making her own songs, really.
Is that where the piano came from, grandparents?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, I grew up with a piano in my house that was like mysteriously always there too.
Yeah, it just was always there.
Yeah. It's
Like we moved like, this is a whole nother thing, but we moved like 12 times within the same state. But every house, it's a pain to get like an upright into every house. But every house, it was there. So I'm like, that's a sign that I have to learn it, you know?
Yeah, no kidding. If you're going to move it, you might as
if
well
you got
learn
to move the thing, you got to play it.
Right in
Yeah.
the middle, underneath it.
So we
It
moved
was
back
horribly
12
out of
times.
tune, but
Right.
it was like tremendously out of tune. But it was,
So it was kind of, it was destined to be, it was kind of thrust right in front of you.
yeah.
But gravitating to it is another thing. That makes it a little bit more special, you know? So would you like to introduce all the guys that you brought with you tonight?
So to the right of me, we have Sam, also known as Sammy Hammy, but his full name is Sam Hammock.
Sammy Hammer.
Sammy Hammy.
I don't know how that came to be.
I don't
You just kind
know.
of said it at a show.
It just kind of flows.
Yeah.
I dig it.
What's your favorite color, Sam?
My favorite color is forest green.
Oh, that's so specific.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, you're
That's what I was
Kinda
thinking. Look at the
wearing
shirt. Isn't that interesting?
Earth tones. Yeah.
earth tones. And then on the chair,
On the
he
chair.
looks so great on the chair. As we were saying, he just knows how to sit in that chair. We have Austin Rose over here. Now, what is your favorite color?
My favorite color is dark green.
Oh,
Which I'm also
I
wearing.
would have
That's
never
awesome,
guessed.
man.
What
You
I just
guys
said,
are-
you can't take.
Yeah, you can't
We
take this
prepared
color.
for today, you know.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
And then to the left of me, we have Jacob Smith. Okay.
Jacob.
Sam is my rhythm guitarist, Austin's lead guitar. Jake is bassist.
I only hear Jacob when I'm in trouble, so I'm
Well, okay, I didn't mean
cringing right now.
Well, I don't know. Okay, Jake Smith. We all call him Jake. What is your favorite color? I already know it, but you can.
I'm gonna go with purple.
Whoa,
Okay.
crazy!
I think that's my
And then
kid's
over
favorite.
here, the newest addition, and he's brought so much to the table. I'm so glad you took a chance with me. We have Nate Martin.
Nate Dog.
Nate Dog.
Nate Dog.
Nate Dog.
What is your favorite color?
I'd have to say like a dark, like forest green.
No,
You are some
This
dark
cannot be
colors.
right.
this is all wrong.
Got the pants.
Yeah.
You do. Okay,
I-
we
I
were just
got the
talking
pants
about how
and the
green-
mysterious green bag.
Yeah,
There you go.
Carries my pad.
he's not
Yeah.
lying.
There you go.
I don't know why I wanted to ask you guys favorite color. It kind of just.
Well, and you
man,
went
it's
into
important
mom
stuff.
mode with the full names too.
I don't know.
got real
I don't know why I
nervous
did
there.
that.
I
I,
can't believe you all didn't ask Grace her favorite color.
yeah, it's fine, guys. Whatever, it's fine.
Come on, fellas.
What's your favorite color, Grace?
Well, it kind
Yeah.
of depends on the season. I honestly think.
Don't say green.
This is why we didn't ask.
Green, yeah.
Green is not an option.
Growing up, it was always blue, like a light blue. But like everything I own now is either brown or green. But I'm not going to say brown because that's really weird if I say brown.
So
So
green.
green.
So-
All right, I got your
answer's
band,
green.
Grace in the green bags.
yeah.
And the green bags. There you go.
It means so many things.
Grace in the green bag. That just whoop, that cleared
Ooh,
too.
or green bags because that's money and your back. The background band. Grace in the green bags.
Grace. Wait, that kind of flows. Did we just come up with a new name?
I don't know.
On the
I don't
podcast?
know. I don't know. It's. I mean, you all
I'll
tell
just
me
talk
what.
about that one.
You saved all the good ones.
We'll talk later.
There you go.
It's a
So-
weird discussion.
How did you come about like starting to write? Did you always want to write, or was it something that you always did or gravitated to? Or did you play stuff you heard on the radio? I mean, you mentioned
Yeah.
playing by ear, so
Well, I always was just making up different tunes in my head, and I thought that I thought everyone did it because you would just go like into a grocery store, go into like any kind of store, just be listening like on your phone and or in the car to music, original music. And I'm like, well, if they're doing it, everyone else can do it. So I just thought it was normal to make your own songs and original music. So I was always just writing poems and scribbling things down and just making up my own melodies. I love like learning covers too, but I'm like, if they can do it, I can do it. So in my head, like I was very determined and I just set my mind to anything I wanted to do. So I always just wanted to make something of my own.
Well, you can tell. I mean, you can tell in not only the lyrics, but the musicianship and the choices and where you're going. It's not predictable. It's very, very fun, but still has a serious, feel to it. It's not
Yeah, I mean, it
cheesy.
feels,
It's
it feels
so
personal.
good.
Yeah.
It's just
Cool.
really, really, really well done.
Thank you.
I know Earl talked about the production on the side that recording. Can you talk to us a little bit about that? I know that he loved it. And you
I
said
loved
that,
it. Yeah, the
Thank
productions are
you.
great. I've made like some shitty demos at the house, and it's hard to even make like a shitty demo.
It
And
is.
like
Yeah.
it like the stuff I've made, I've shared with very few people because it sucks. And like what you're doing is really cool. I was really surprised to hear that you made all that stuff yourself, because when
Thank
I heard
you.
it, I was like, who produced this? This is very
Oh,
cool. Yeah,
thank you.
that's the first
Yeah.
thing I noticed was the production is just. It's very unique, like you have your own sound, and I feel like that's hard to do. And I feel like making music yourself, that's how you get your own sound. And so
Yeah.
tell us about producing.
Yeah. So I guess going back to when I was little, I actually figured out what GarageBand was. Before I had iPod or iPhone or anything, my mom had a MacBook when I was in 3rd grade.
The
And-
OG.
OG.
Oh man.
And they had GarageBand, but there was no presets. It was just this one synth, and you can modulate it to be like 100 different things. But there was really nothing on there to make it like the user friendliness it is today. So I kind of just learned what it was, and like I would put the like microphone to my face and like record and sing into the computer, because that's where like the interface microphone was, and I'd make songs. You'd hear like the metronome like in it because I'd be recording. It was so bad. It was so feedbacky. Like I have it on my phone somewhere of me when I was like 12, like singing, and my voice is like higher. Oh, it's so bad. But like I showed my parents it because I like made this whole song with like 10 whole different tracks, and they were like, "Whoa, like what cover is that?" And I was like, "Oh no, I just made it like yesterday." And like they didn't believe me because I was just so young, and like they didn't know I was even dabbling on my mom's computer. And they're like, "What?" Like I had to convince them I made like my own song, because it was just like I realized then that it like wasn't normal to make your own music. I
Yeah.
guess. Yeah. But then I digressed into my own computer, and I learned Logic kind of like end of high school, college. And I wasn't always good. I still don't think I'm good, but like I think that's all subjective because I've been spending so many years on it. But like looking back, like even a year ago or the year before, like I can't listen because I just was like, oh, I can sidechain this better, I EQ like this instrument better, and like you can always learn more. So
Yes.
I love it. You can never stop learning with production.
Totally the best part
yeah,
about it.
yeah. I mean, I really like what you're doing. Like, I'm just surprised that you produced all the stuff yourself. I really am, because like
Thanks.
when I heard it, I was like, oh, you're from Nashville. There's like 1,000
Yeah.
million people in Nashville that are producing stuff,
Oh, yeah.
and so the fact that you did that yourself is really pretty crazy to me. Because like, I feel like I make music and I hire producers because I can't really produce my own stuff, and so to do that to me is like pinnacle of like being an artist, is producing your own
Oh,
stuff.
thank
So
you.
very, very cool. And it's not generic stuff. I don't know what you classify the band as. The sound, it's like kind of like diary pop. Like I feel like it's very personal stuff,
Yeah.
but it's still poppy. Like
It's
I don't know.
bedroom
Never
pop,
heard
Yeah.
indie pop.
Yeah.
I've never heard diary
I've
pop.
never-
That's what I.
Explain
That's,
that.
like
Diary
that.
pop's a great term.
I've never
Yeah.
heard of
Yeah.
what do you like? What's
I don't
the
know. I feel
definition?
like it's just like
It's
it's stuff.
personal,
It's just
but
like
it's-
personal from your head. It feels like stuff that you would just write down to yourself. I don't
all
know.
of them
That's,
are really 2 a.m. thoughts. Like,
yeah, that's what I feel
Like,
like. That's what
literally,
it feels
they're
like.
all
That's what
like-
I would call it. I don't know if
So
that's a term, but that's what I would
That's a
call
great
it
name.
for sure.
I always, when I was listening to it, and even more so, I think tonight, I really hear it's a mix of like Olivia Rodrigo and Paramore. I'm
Oh,
a
that's
huge
cool.
I love Paramore. My wife,
No, Paramore's
Paramore's
sick.
awesome. And you definitely have a feel of that to me with some of the melody lines and lyricism. and it really makes you lean out. It keeps it interesting. It keeps it awesome. And then you got these guys behind you playing,
Oh, yeah. They're the
really,
best.
really, really spot on, perfect stuff that backs it up. So I guess
Too good, Neil.
I tell you. Yeah, I really want to go around the room and talk to you guys a little bit about your background as well. So is everybody? First of all, where are you guys from? Where's everybody from?
I know
Stirred.
Jake and I are both Chicago based. We actually grew up like about 20, 30 minutes from the same area from each other and didn't meet each other until we moved down here. So
That's
Paths
wild.
connecting.
It's
you
been
know?
crazy. Yeah,
That's weird.
we were Naperville area.
Aurora,
Go
Illinois.
Cubs, go! Go Cubs, go! All right, come on, baby. I wear my Cubs hat 98% of the time. I just take it off for this podcast. I do. Yeah,
You never know who's not a Cubs fan, who's a Cardinals fan.
All right, Sam.
Okay. I'm from Colorado.
All right.
I moved to Nashville about 2.5 years ago, and I met Grace through a good friend of mine. So my friend was studying abroad. I stayed at her house, and Grace happened to be mutual friends of that whole group. And she would come over, and we would play guitar, just as a big group and sing and stuff. And then eventually, one summer she was like, "You want to play guitar with me?" And I was like, "I would love that. I would love that." And it sort of took off from there.
What part of Colorado?
Northern Colorado, Fort Collins. It's about an
Okay.
hour north of Denver.
Okay.
Oh, it's great. It's great.
I got
It
a
is.
nephew that lives out in El Dorado.
Really?
Oh yeah, man! Right at the steps of El Dorado Canyon. It's
Man.
amazing.
I miss it, but I love Nashville.
Do you?
I was born in Arkansas, and I got family around the
Arkansas.
south, and so I just love Nashville, and it's blowing up, man. It's growing
Yeah,
like
It
crazy.
definitely is. It's a fast-paced, wild little place down there anymore. It's pretty nuts.
Yep.
It's a good time.
As a young band, it just excites me. It does.
Yeah.
All right, Nate. What about you, man? Where are you from?
I've got my roots in Colorado too.
All right.
Colorado Springs.
Okay,
But
right on.
originally from California.
Okay,
so-
California.
but-
All right, what spot in California?
Orange County area.
All right, sweet, man.
Yeah.
How long did you live there before Colorado?
9 years.
9
So
years,
9 years
okay.
there, 9 years Colorado.
Right on.
But
Did
yeah, I
you have
didn't.
to switch schools? Sorry, that's such a
Definitely. No.
You're gonna out me on the podcast.
He was
I was
homeschooled.
homeschooled. Yeah.
No.
We didn't know this.
Now they're never gonna talk to me anymore.
I was homeschooled
That
too.
explains
I feel it,
so
man.
much.
Yeah.
I don't.
Hey.
Wait, you're so
it.
cool.
Stop.
Can't rock a
Yes, I was
mustache like that
homeschooled.
unless you're
So
homeschooled.
that was pretty easy transition.
Pretty. Oh, I thought you meant
My
like it was
school
just
moved
pretty
with
easy.
me. Yeah.
Homeschool is pretty easy.
It is.
It was. Yeah.
It was.
It's like go play in the woods.
Go get out of here. Recess. Get the hell out of here.
You're defying stereotypes, Nate.
Mm-hmm. No
Yeah.
doubt.
It was
All
a good
right,
time.
man. So it's pretty. We got. What about? Are you? Where are you from?
I'm from Connecticut.
Connecticut.
All over
so
the place.
random.
Connecticut.
Yeah,
Well,
Jake
dude.
thought it was a fake state.
I'm still convinced.
It's
that
not the best
Connecticut
state. I
is,
promise.
It's just
is
a
a theory.
boring.
It's boring.
It's
People who born there, they usually die there. It's just
Mohegan Sun is like the only thing in Connecticut,
Yeah.
and that sucks too.
yeah.
Hey,
It's,
Connecticut has good pizza.
New Haven pizza,
Really?
best
New
pizza.
Haven, Connecticut.
I don't know. I'm from
Yep.
Chicago, and I would die on
There
that.
you
road.
go.
Man.
I don't know, guys.
There you go.
Pepe's Pizza. That's
Not
where
gonna
it
get into
started.
that.
Was New Haven. Just
I
saying.
don't know.
Yeah, but now my family lives in Florida, so that's home for me.
There's no real good pizza in Florida. I don't think.
No, Florida pizza sucks. It's
Yeah,
really not.
they got bad water. I think that makes all the
the
difference.
pH level of the water, I think, or the
Yeah.
whatever.
It's trash.
Yeah.
Trash pizza.
Sewage
So just
pizza.
just get Papa John's. It's okay, but it's probably
Yeah,
just
I mean,
frozen shit
probably
dough.
medium.
So
Mediocre.
who gives a shit? Yeah, pizza.
Papa John's?
I mean, like Florida Papa John's.
Oh, God.
yeah, I like Papa
different.
John's regular.
Papa John's
though.
garlic sauce. Really good.
I worked at
dipping.
Papa John's.
I like Papa John's.
I wouldn't go there personally.
And you worked there. Sorry,
Shit.
Papa John.
Didn't you deliver
Domino's it
like
is.
a baby at Papa John's or something?
No,
We don't want to get into that.
I
Well, we
forgot
got to
about
get
that
into
stuff.
that.
They're
at some
like,
point.
you can't deliver a pizza and you're out here delivering a child. This is ridiculous. You're
child.
fired, man.
Oh, my
All right, tell us
I had a
about.
shaping moment at a Papa John's
Tell us
early in my
about.
life.
So you are Dr. Dr. John at this point, right? Dr.
You
Papa
could call
John.
me that. I mean, it was more,
Big Bear,
it was more of
Dr.
cleanup
John.
crew. at
Oh my
that
God,
point.
I don't even want.
cleanup
No, we
crew.
should
Let
not
me
get
tell
It's
you.
a long.
No,
it's a
let's
long
please,
backstory.
let's please
Get
not.
into it.
Let's please
Yeah,
not
yeah.
get into
Oh,
this.
we definitely don't want
I
to
don't know
know.
if it's safer work.
Yeah,
As long as he
the
doesn't-
artist is
Oh.
asking
It's fine. We'll
that
put
we
an
don't.
But
explicit
please,
on the.
I'm gonna
on the
say-
No,
podcast.
maybe his
Big
work.
fat.
Oh,
no.
yeah.
Yeah, we don't want
We
you to
can
get
talk
trouble.
about it after.
We can talk about this
Yeah.
after.
Yeah.
This one's probably a little too
Yeah.
not safe for work, but we'll hint it
Explicit.
at that. We'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
Lady had a baby. Oh,
Uh,
I could get so good. Yeah, man, you're making me want. I'm going weird places right now.
You
Like,
should.
Think twice.
thinking, you know,
You should.
placenta pepperoni pizza.
It's a crazy
right?
story.
Yeah.
Right? All right. All right, we'll get there.
That's the worst thing
guess
I've ever heard.
let's move on.
that's the worst thing
Yeah.
you've ever heard. No, man. And look, see, it's happening again. No notes. Sometimes I make
We
notes.
just, I
man.
think it's
Sometimes
better that way. You just rip
Yeah.
off the top.
Free flowing.
Yeah, generally.
Fluent.
I got a
Fluent.
good story for you.
Oh,
about
I like
Jake.
stories. All right.
Uh-oh.
Well, no, it's just about how we kind of got together as a band. It was funny. We've been together for like over a year now.
Yeah.
But
I mean, 2.
2 years, yeah.
Yeah.
But we had another bass player also named Sam, and Jake came and you were hanging out with us for a show.
Well, I was so I was coming to watch you guys because I was filling in for a show before.
Yeah,
And what was ironic is I had been drinking the entire night, and it was my first time meeting Grace. And she thought I had gone sober because she offered to buy me a drink. And I said, "Oh, no, thank you. I'm good."
And he looks fine.
But that's because I was one drink away from eating the floor.
yeah. And so you showed up, and then like we hung out for the night, and the other bass player we had, man, he's a good guy, but like we just hit it off with Jake. And I talked to Grace like pretty soon after. We all kind of did. We're like, man, this guy's
the
chill.
second I met
Man,
him, I was like,
I love the other Sam, but Jake, man, we got to have him in the band. So we got
Yeah.
together for some jams, and then we just kind of got super tight knit real quick.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude. Jake, how's it feel to be loved?
It feels amazing, you know. I mean, that's exactly what I moved down to Nashville for. Is I was on tour with another group, and we had a couple shows down in Nashville, and I just loved it so much. I'm like, I don't think I'm ever gonna go home, and
Yep.
that's exactly what happened. I stayed down there, and then I started to meet a bunch of great people like these folks right here, and it's been a domino effect from there on out. Really lucky.
yeah.
All right. So I guess my next big question to all of you, especially as the group, you've got a new song coming out. What
Yes.
date? What is the date?
February 23rd.
February 23rd. I do
It
believe
is a
this will be-
Friday.
I do believe that might be the week or the day this is out.
No way. That's also the day of my release show. That's a triple
I'm
win.
It's a
hoping-
emotional
Good day.
dream.
Hold on.
Yeah.
What day is this?
Today is
It's
the
a
5th.
fifth,
Right,
yeah.
fifth?
It's like
Yeah.
2.5 weeks.
If you're watching this today,
It might be the
we have a show,
might be the week
Vinyl
before.
Lounge.
It might be the week before, but it'll be like it might be the weekend. Yeah,
Wow.
but that'll be really, really cool. So, well, number one, where's the release show at?
It's at the Vinyl Lounge
All right.
I'm pretty sure it's at 8 p.m. And
8 p.m.
it's my first headlining show of 2024.
Nice.
Yeah,
And a
really
release
excited
show.
about that.
Double whammy.
Yeah, it's a part of the song's part of a 4-song EP.
Okay.
So
Right on.
EP comes out I don't have I think it's March 23rd or 22nd. It's the Friday in that general vicinity in March.
Yeah.
And you played that song for us. What was the title of that?
Empty Spaces.
Empty Spaces.
Yeah, that one's coming
Killer
out
tune.
23rd, and the whole EP comes out in
Killer
March.
tune.
Yeah.
You actually might hear it before the EP comes out or even that
Whoa.
release. Might be a sneak peek.
A little sneak peek.
Kind of spicy.
It's kind of cool.
Yeah, good,
Very
good
spicy.
You guys are
surprise.
special.
Yeah. That's all right. That wasn't the question. The real question is, you guys don't sound like anything, right? You all are, to me, uniquely original. You have
Cool.
your own thing going on. What does the Nashville connection and the scene? I mean, what are you all fighting against stuff? Are you getting help because you are different? I mean, generally Nashville is known as the country scene, especially if you head down to Broadway and do the cover stuff. I know outside of that, there is an amazing and original music scene in Nashville. But where are you all fitting in with that? How is that going? What are we feeling?
I would love to answer this one off the bat.
Everyone's
Yeah.
So many answers.
Yeah, there's a bunch. I think the top one and the biggest one is ultimately you're competing against yourself. The person next to you could be booked on tour with a huge headlining act and do a world tour. And then the person to the other side, it could be playing dive bars every single night of the week. And, comparison is the thief of joy, whether you believe that or not. It truly is a big thing in Nashville because everything and anything is happening right next to you. So it's so easy to fall into comparing yourself. And it's finding the balance of when to compare yourself to others to build yourself up and when to compare yourself to others to where it brings you down and finding that happy medium.
Preach.
It's also like super inspiring. Like you'll meet so many people doing like awesome things, getting to go on tour, and it's like, wow, I'm like, it's cool that I get to be around you and then doing the same thing.
Yeah, it's kind of like manifesting it because you're watching so many people that you look up to and like your friends do what you want to do. And you're kind of just waiting. It's like, it's not even about talent. Like, of course you have to be talented, but that just is ruled out in Nashville because it's not about talent.
Everybody's talented.
It's just about persistence and like staying the course because it'll happen. It's just no matter how many side hustles or jobs you have to work in the meantime just to get, to where you need to be, like it'll happen. It's just, it is a grind. I've been here in Nashville since, I went to college at Belmont. So I went there 2019. And I feel like even though I was starting my career in college, I feel like I'm really beginning to feel the real Nashville life, like after graduation. So it's weird. It's a weird place, highs and lows, but if you love it, I feel like you'll stick with it. And I have a really great community around me. So
do you feel like there is a better balance of community over competition, or is there still more competition than community? I personally speaking, just in Louisville, I think the biggest thing that we have is it feels like there's more of a community than a competitive nature. Which people tend to lift each other up instead of like push each other down. And you do have your segments that want you to not sound as good as them or not have as many people at their show as them. And it's just really a short-sightedness sometimes. But with Nashville being as serious as the next person could be on tour, do you find that those people on tour are trying to help the next person come up? Or do you think, like, how do you feel that goes?
Austin, you want to take that one?
Nashville is probably the most opportune city for musicians in the country right now. And I'd say with that, it just comes on, it's your mentality going in. It's a mental game against yourself, like Jake said. Like if you think of it as like there's so many people that are like as good or better than me, then yeah, it's a competition game. But if you think that, oh, there's so many people that could benefit me in my journey and I could create with and create new things and then create new opportunities with that. And you're creating new gigs, new jobs and that kind of thing. So it's all what you view it as. And I feel like viewing it as that opportune place where you can like create and collaborate with so many different people, that's what you need to view it as. So
yeah, I think that's a great viewpoint. I feel like, yeah. And that's how like it feels like Neil said here in Louisville, most people are pretty chill about that. But yeah, it's easy to get in your own head sometimes and you want to look at other people and see what they're up to and be like, should I be doing that?
Yeah.
Then you got to just take a step back and go, no, I'm just doing what I'm doing and I'm getting there when I get there. So
yeah, that's why it makes so much sense. Like everybody tells you in the industry, it's like, being a good hang is the most important thing. And it's like, and it makes sense because no matter how good you are at guitar or drums or whatever, it's like, if you're an asshole, nobody wants to be around you.
Well, that's what I was
Are
just
you
going
gonna,
to say.
is this
It's like,
you're going to bleep
good.
that out?
no, you can say asshole. I say shit all the time.
No, but no, it's true. And you hang around these people that are truly gifted musicians, like Austin and I and Jake and Nate, all of us, like we've built a strong bond, bringing our own thing to the table. But it's like, we're not, you never bring anybody down for like quote unquote, not being as good as you or not knowing this or that, it's like, it's a cohesive thing.
Yep. And to touch up on, folks that are competitive versus who want to lift each other up. The ones that are competitive, they kind of weed themselves out. It's a small town.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, everyone kind of does know everyone. And people choose who they want to work with and people want to work with the people that want to lift them up.
That's awesome.
Yeah, Nashville's weird like that. It's a big city, but once you know the people in your circle, everyone knows each other. It's very, very small. But yeah, I feel like people get weeded out. and your character sticks out more than everything, in my opinion.
And then when you have cool originals and stuff, it just makes it even
Yeah.
better. You're a cool person and your music's good. Win, 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 win.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally.
Y'all elevate me so much. So cool.
Well, you guys definitely made each other all sound phenomenal in the recordings. So definitely looking forward to hearing how that turns out. But before we go, I think probably we should ask a couple questions. Right?
Yeah, we'll do Weston's questions.
Why not?
Yeah.
Weston's questions.
Yeah,
that's my segment.
Oh, I'm nervous.
Do you remember them?
I do. I write them down every time.
man.
So, and I really wish we could ask you the birthing story at the Papa John's.
No,
Tell
I
us.
don't think you want to know. I don't know how.
I know we got to
started.
save
Open
it,
that
but
can of worms.
How did that
it's
get-
totally fine. But we got to ask tell us a non-music thing you'd like to share about yourself.
Something
like
cool.
a fun fact. I know it's
Yeah.
everyone's favorite.
When I was in middle school, I went on a run for the first time because I was like, you know what, I'm a runner. I'm a runner now. I grew like 6 inches in a year, and I'm like, I'm a runner now. I went on one run, and the nerve in my foot cut off from the rest of my leg, and I couldn't walk for a year.
A year?
So I picked up guitar, and that's how I became a guitar player. Was
What?
I had nothing else to do. I couldn't move. I couldn't walk.
So
I played 7 hours a day of guitar.
So it
That's
does
crazy.
tie back to
It
music.
is
but
music related.
That's funny.
Oh, I guess vaguely, but yeah, yeah. My foot fell asleep for a year. That's my. That's
That
my-
is crazy.
my shtick.
Mine's asleep right now.
It fell asleep for a year.
Yeah, the
Every
nerve
time-
cut off from here to the bottom of my
That is a
foot,
fun
and
fact
nerves
in a weird
regenerated a
way.
millimeter a day.
Guess
So-
what?
I'm never running again.
Never running.
Never.
Running's over,
really
you
bad.
guys.
It's over.
I'm not
It's
even.
over.
I'm not
I
even
haven't ran in
walking
a while.
fast.
No, it's a done.
Haven't run since.
I
I
wouldn't
can
either, dude.
understand why.
I'm not walking fast
It's traumatic.
anymore. I ain't doing shit.
Well,
All right, Sam,
Well, yeah,
something
Sam,
cool,
what do you
man.
got?
Oh man,
How to
I don't know
follow
how to.
that.
I don't know
That's
how
a
that.
tough, yeah.
Top. Yeah.
I don't know how to top that. Well, I guess I could say, this is always a cliche, but I love to travel, man. And this last summer, I went to India
Ooh.
for like 2.5, 3 weeks, and was able to travel over to Europe. And I'm looking forward to the next trip over to Fiji. I have a friend who's working for the Peace Corps. She's in a village there for 24 months, and no one around her speaks English. And she says, when you come fly in and visit, you have to do an initiation around the campfire with these people.
You got a bottle of water.
Yeah, you got to drink the Kool-Aid. That's what she told me. I was like, oh God,
Uh-oh.
what kind of ayahuasca trip?
Oh,
am I
hell
gonna go on?
yeah.
whoa, it's like midsummer.
The new Aaron Rodgers.
But yeah, so I love to travel. I guess I'll give you that.
Whoa.
Right on, man. Have you had any parasites yet?
I didn't get sick at all in India. Knock on wood.
Fiji.
This guy also loves his chicken a little pink. So for the record,
Is that real?
No, it's
Medium
not
rare.
real. Not real.
that's 100%
Pink chicken,
real.
man.
That's
Sounds
100%
like-
That's
real.
terrible, Sam.
Austin's trying to make stuff up.
You can't kill Sam, man. Pink
Yeah,
chicken and
Salmonella.
parasites.
Salmonella.
What you got?
Mine was gonna be stupid. I have a weird obsession with dinosaurs.
That's pretty cool.
All right, that's pretty
Yeah,
interesting.
I just kind of
The costume.
yeah. Oh yeah. Well, I was a. In my senior year of high school, I dressed up as a dinosaur at my our homecoming football game. I showed up in a full the big inflatable one, so
Oh,
no
yeah.
one knew who I was, and I just ran down the bleacher.
Get around on the field right
and
now.
no one knew who I was. It was awesome.
That's
And I have 10 different mini dinosaurs in my room. I love dinosaurs.
where did this come from?
I don't know. I think
I'm wondering the same.
I was
thing,
making I can do a good I don't want to do it, so I'm
Do
not
it,
gonna
T-Rex or
Do
something?
it.
Yeah, come on, let's
Do it.
like a dinosaur roar.
Yeah.
It's not. It's not from the depths of my stomach. It's like a.
It's like a
It's a baby dinosaur.
I didn't go all the way.
Have you ever played
That was a half
pterodactyl?
cent.
Yeah, it's like a baby dinosaur.
Oh my!
I hated that. I just did that.
I can't wait to
Love
talk
it.
about that in the car right now.
That's going to be the trailer for the episode.
I don't know. I literally told myself I was not going to do that. I'm like, if I say this fact, I'm not
Oh,
going to.
you told yourself you weren't going to do it. Of course you were going to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But yeah, I don't know. I think
Talked
they're
yourself
cool.
into it before you didn't do it.
I love the Jurassic Park ride at Universal. like growing up. So I just was like, wow, like I was just inspired for some reason. I felt like it's like a kid. So like, yeah,
That is an interesting fact. That's a first.
it's pretty weird.
That
That's
is a first. Yeah.
Dinosaurs.
You're like,
On this
"Oof, we're
podcast
not
so
having
far,
the
we have
best."
covered
Dinosaur
pizza,
impersonation as well.
music, dinosaurs,
Dinosaurs.
nerves, and feet.
A lot of feet
Good
things.
stuff. It's been a good one.
Papa John's.
It's been a good one.
No.
what you got?
Yeah, what you got, Jake?
Touched on.
I mean, mine is related to music, but it's bigger than music. So I hope that's an all right answer.
We'll take it.
My old man, he's in hospice right now.
Oh.
And so I created a project. It's called Big D's Project. And it
Big
is
D's.
anyone and everyone is invited. We're creating cover songs and recording cover songs of his favorite songs. Because it's important to me for his legacy to live on. And then every single cent that's made from it is going towards St. Jude's Foundation for Cancer. So that project has consumed me in the best possible way possible. So I would say that's the...
What's the
effect of me.
Instagram for that project, Jake?
Mhm.
That is Big D's Project. I think there's some underscores. Underscores or periods. I don't know. My mom set it up. Love you, mama.
When's the release date for the first song?
February 10th is the first song. But to touch up on that, traveling was also my favorite thing. Me and him got to do that a lot together. So, but yeah, that project has been such an amazing thing. And I've been overwhelmed with the amount of people that have reached out wanting to help with that. So
All
it's
right,
super
so
important to me.
we're not going to gloss over that too quick. So, how can people, if they want to do a song, get a hold of you to contribute to this?
Definitely DM the Instagram, Big D's Project. And then there's also an email attached on that. Reached out. Anyone and everyone is invited. If anyone's ever been affected by someone with this terrible thing, cancer, this is all what it's for, is to give back to people that have been affected by that. Like I said, every single cent. I don't want to use something negative to promote music. That's not what it's about. It's to give back to others going through what my family has gone through the last few weeks and months. So
Yeah, you
sorry to
should
hear
tag
that,
your
man.
Instagram too, Jake from Nah, just in case people want to reach out
good
there.
old Jake from Nah.
Jake from Nah. And,
Do that again, man. I'm sorry. I was over here dying.
No worries. I mean, my personal one is Jake from NA, but
Okay.
that's completely separate from that. Big D's Project. That's bigger than life, bigger than me.
Sweet, man. Well, that's awesome. I hate to hear that. And it's a great way to put your energy into something really, really positive.
Sure
So
is.
that's cool. Cool. Kudos.
So Nate, how about feeding off of that?
Hey, dog. I don't know if I can top that. Man. Well, I'll tag along to the traveling aspect. I was once in Hawaii and I was like doing snuba. It's like fake scuba diving.
I didn't even know that was a word.
So like what
Yeah.
what gear is required for snuba?
Put a
Snuba
snorkel
for land
directly
people.
into
Oh,
your
yeah,
snorkel.
snorkel.
or
You have this really long cord, but you can like breathe.
Oh, I
you
know
can
what
go
that
like
is. I've seen
I
it.
don't know 30 yards underwater. You go really deep. So you're like with the fish. And so you're like swimming along.
You're in an aquarium, but still.
No,
I'm
you
just
know.
kidding.
But
You're, like, with
basically,
the fish.
I was like just swimming, snoobing. This
No easy way to say
term on
Snoobing.
coin. And this dolphin started doing like circles around me,
whoa.
like for like 5 minutes.
Maybe
And,
it likes you.
There were witnesses, so I don't want to hear any.
I feel like you're the
It
person that
happened.
like a dolphin would like follow and you'd like become like creatures.
we were vibing
friends.
for a good like
Yeah.
good few minutes, and then he swam off, did his thing. I swam off.
They
did
always
my
do.
thing.
Wait, doesn't
Nate
that
got
hurt your
accosted
ears?
by
to go down
a
that road?
dolphin, is what I heard.
yeah.
Got accosted by a dolphin, is what I heard, man. I don't know. I think you should have called I think you should have called like the Coast Guard and told them about getting dealt with by a dolphin.
And he enjoyed it.
I've heard
Yeah.
they can do some nasty stuff.
Yeah.
But this one was
He's
cool.
leaving that out.
This one, this stuff was cool.
Dealt with a dolphin
all
is a great
consensual.
song.
Dealt with the dolphin. It flows well. Dealt with the dolphin. That can be like a rap song.
I dealt with
That
the
was the dolphin.
softest way I could say it.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it was a good way to say it.
Accosted by that. Okay, there you
Yeah.
go.
The next question's kind of for the band in general. I don't know. Is that you've all been a band a couple years now? Is that yeah?
They-
Yeah.
And
well,
so-
we started. Started. Well, me and Austin tried to make a band our freshman year in 2019. Didn't work out because we were the only ones that committed. And then in 2023, we came together again, and then we all kind of formed. It was just Austin and Sam.
2022.
2022
2022. About June
yeah.
or July, we played.
of my senior year.
That was our first. It was
We played like 20 shows.
It was me and Grace with a different band, but
Yeah.
it was still the Grace Pelle project.
Yeah.
Yep.
And we played like 20 shows in like 3
GPP.
months or something. So it was definitely like once we got one show, it just kept going. So we were like, okay, I guess we got to play another show.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah,
You're
this-
leading right into
Yeah,
the
this worked out
question.
perfect because what is a nightmare gig you all have had?
Oh,
I can start this off.
yeah.
So
I was working at Papa John's.
I'll pick a different one than you guys are gonna say. So we had a gig at an art show, which was a really cool thing. It
Oh,
was a
the
showcase
art
of
show.
arts. Like it was like
Oh my
like painting,
God.
design, that kind of thing, and there was live music at the show.
I think that was
So-
my first
That was-
show with
that
you
was your
guys.
It
first
was
show.
Jake's first show with us. And as we started, I plugged in my Helix, which my device to play guitar, and the engineer said, "You're not getting any signal." And I was like, "What do you mean? I'm turned all the way up." I turned my guitar, like I double checked everything, and then like we play the first song. About like 20 seconds into the first song, Jake turns to the engineer and he goes, "Hey man, you still have house music playing." He was playing EDM over our like the first
And
20
I was,
seconds of our
I was
first
scared to
song.
speak up because it's my
Yeah.
first gig with them. So I'm just like a
I
hired
didn't even
gun.
hear
I'm
it.
just
Yeah.
sitting back and I'm like, "Hey man, you have house
Yeah.
music playing. I don't think Grace
So-
would approve of this right now."
So the first song finishes and he comes up to me and he's like, "Hey man, I'm sorry. I had your fader all the way down." He was like, "I had you on 0. So it wasn't you, it was me." I was like, "Dude."
Oh my God.
Yeah, I mean like
It's like he didn't check the fade.
he didn't
I mean,
I
of
mean
all things.
the knob was at 0. So there's not much you can do with that. That was my
Man.
nightmare gig situation personally.
Uh,
But
always.
Interesting.
Tammy, what about
something.
you, man?
Well, with Grace, we've played what, like 40, 50 shows.
I'd say like 40. Yeah.
40 maybe.
45.
Yeah, but the one that stands out to me was this house show off of Belmont.
Oh God. Yeah.
There's a food truck.
Yeah.
And it was just it was just thrown together so fast. And when you get onto a stage and like there's chords everywhere and nothing's set up like really like super well, and then you think you're gonna have all this time to rehearse and sound check, get your levels right, but it was more like, okay, you guys can run half of a verse, and then you got to start the show with like no one there because we're like you're on schedule for the bill. And so we ended up like playing out the show, which was like 5-6 songs.
Yeah. It wasn't even that long.
It wasn't that long, but it was just like a mess, It was just like the chords, like nothing in particular happened that was like very standout. No one really bombed or anything, but it was just like, Austin wasn't there, which sucked too. But
Was it one of those
I'm
gigs?
glad I wasn't there.
One of those gigs when you were like, we could have just not done this.
Yeah. Yes,
yeah,
it was.
It
It was. We've had
you
gigs like
know.
that before. We're like, but this one was the first one. I'm like, wow, that was a complete
Why
waste
did
of
we
our
take
time.
that?
And
Yeah.
I felt so bad for all of them because I
Oh my
just,
gosh.
yeah, that was
There-
bad.
That reminds me of a nightmare gig, dude.
Really?
Oh, all right. I forgot about this story totally. I played this place one time called Art Sanctuary, and it was this awesome. It was awesome. Did you play that one?
Yeah. I remember this one.
gosh,
It's
dude.
fucking wild.
I don't know. It was terrible. It was the place was cool, but we kept getting pushed deeper and deeper into the night, and it was like 1:00 when we started, and the snowstorm came. There wasn't a soul in the place, but we were like, we're still playing. Screw it. It was the dumbest decision ever. There was 4 Roses sponsored the thing, so we were all just stupid hammered. It was so dumb. That was a dumb gig. That was one of those gigs where we went,
You're like, that's dumb.
wish we would have just stayed in bed tonight.
Yeah.
Oh well. All right.
It
Sorry.
happens.
Sorry. I just remembered that, man. I've done 200 and something episodes and just remembered that.
Wow, I'm glad that we
Something.
enabled you to
A first for the
resurrect
show.
that.
Telling you.
We
Brought
unlocked
that out
the
of you.
vault.
Takes
We
a-
unlocked the treasure chest.
It was you know what it was? It was the feeling of, ugh.
Yeah, it just gives you-
shouldn't have
It's
done
a
that.
show that gives you the ick. Yeah, it
The
gives you the ick. Well,
ick.
going off of that, the first thing that came to mind, I guess this kind of exposes myself. I mean, I guess this exposes Jake too, but there's a show where I got one drink.
Bring us all under the bus.
No.
One drink.
The Cobra.
It
in
was not
Nashville.
one drink.
Okay,
Let's
well,
be
okay, well,
very clear with
Okay,
that one.
this is the point of the story is a beginning, middle, and end. So, so we go to the Cobra. I just learned before in the news.
Yeah, so it all started out with one drink.
Always
I-
does.
I heard in the news, like it was either right before or right after that, like someone was shot right outside of the place. It's not in the best area. It's in like not the best part of East Nashville. So there's like a big smoke room with like a bar, and then next door there's the venue.
A lot of culture.
A lot of culture.
That's
Yeah,
what we'll call it. Culture.
A lot of culture. But it was probably the emptiest show that we played. It was very humbling. But yeah, I started off with one drink. I think the drinks were like on my friend or on the house or something. And I got a double shot of like vodka Sprite.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I kept
yeah.
ordering
Get her rolling.
like another one. Oh, another one. I didn't know they were all double shots.
Oh.
One drink.
So 3 drinks later, I didn't know I was 6 drinks
6 shots
deep.
deep, yeah.
Yeah, I just remember going on stage. Whenever I closed my eyes to sing, it was horrendous. I like could not stand
you
up
had the
straight.
Spins?
It was the spins on stage. I was like, oh.
Yeah.
And like,
That's
yeah,
rough.
I remember like me and Jake were singing some songs together for another band he was in, and we were kind of like, oh, like, whoa, that's so cute. They're like kind of leaning against each other singing songs, but no, like we were
holding each
we were holding on for dear life because we both were kind of fucked over. So
Well, the pictures turned out all right.
They turned out great. I have
Pictures-
one framed in my living room.
Yeah.
We're like leaning on each other like this.
Never looked happier or more relaxed
Gravity's
at the same
pull.
time.
Yeah.
Gravity Grace, as Jake likes to say, Gravity Grace. Gravity Grace came out that night. Yeah. You know what? I was proud that we got through it. The recordings, I don't like looking at them just because I look a little.
yeah. I
But
can
yeah,
imagine.
it's honestly a learning experience, that show. So yeah, it was that reminded me of what you said, reminded me of the Cobra. So
Oh. All right. So the question number 3, I think, is always my favorite. What do you think?
Yeah, this
This is
is
an easy
my
peasy.
favorite too.
Especially to your all's area. This
Yeah,
is going to be a
because
good one
it's
for us.
the last local artist you listen to, and I know you're from Nashville, so if you could pick a smaller artist, maybe even one that your buddies with that you want to shout out, that you want to, just give a shout out to.
Somebody that y'all think we should listen
y'all-
to.
Yeah,
Everybody. I
someone-
mean, anybody that can
anybody,
think of
yeah.
anybody.
Yeah, I've been on this guy. His name's Noah Pope, but he makes really good music. Actually, he just moved from Nashville, so.
He's got stuff out there on
But
spot.
yeah,
Which-
he actually had my like most listened to song last year.
Oh, really?
was-
Okay, so
Really?
Yeah,
that's cool.
which came out of nowhere, but
hell yeah,
great music.
right on.
I don't know if I'd have a job if I didn't shout out the other artists I work with. So this too, and Ange, especially Ange has such a killer voice. He actually just was on The Voice this last year, ironically. He's such a fun guy to work with. And then this too, those guys have just such killer harmonies. And Sammy Hammy's actually playing the next show that we have with those. So those
Yeah.
two artists,
Yeah.
this too, and Ange.
This too,
Definitely
and
gotta
Also
shout
Ange.
those
plays
guys
in
out.
both as well.
And Jeff Toth. Gotta
Yes,
shout out Jeff.
Jeff is
a
amazing.
beast.
We just played a show with him. Yeah, that was a
Just the man.
Killer
Check out
shows.
Jeff Toth.
yeah.
T.O.
TOTH.
Easy. I
Yeah.
can do that. All right.
I mean, I'm trying to think of like local bands. Honestly, I was going to shout out the bands that like you all play with too,
Yeah.
but
I got one off the top of my head.
oh yeah, go.
My buddy Eric Martinek
Yes.
has a project called Canyonland that he's putting out right now, which is basically like kind of like an indie pop lo-fi project that's super, super cool. Canyonland, all caps, super big on imagery, vibes, that kind of thing. We've played a couple of shows in town, but he's like a full-time player on Broadway. So check out Canyonland. They're getting quite a bit of
That's
streams in
awesome.
France. So,
Sweet.
That's
in France.
random.
so start it up with the US for us, you know?
Ah.
I just thought of one, but like she went to Belmont, went to school with me, but she's like, you know, Annie DeRusso. Yeah. I just listened to her like most recent album and EP, and she's killing it. But yeah, she was in the Pop Showcase. She won the Pop Showcase, and then graduated, went to LA. She's killing it. She's a badass.
Yeah. I got a few Walker Burroughs. He's
Incredible guy.
he's an
Oh, yeah.
incredible musician and a good friend of mine. He just came out with a new single that's awesome.
He was top 3-4 on American Idol in 2018, 2019.
Yeah. It's like the curse. If you win it, you don't want to win it. That's
You don't
what
want
it
to win it.
Yeah.
Top 3's perfect.
But if you get up there and then you get like recognition, then you can like spread your word. But Walker Burroughs, Morgan Taylor just came out with
Her most recent single.
a great song called "Get Well Soon." It's like got an awesome R&B vibe. Man, she was on The Voice too. All these talented
they're all so
vocalists,
good.
and then Abby Cates as
Mm.
well. And Abby is more indie, but singer songwriter.
Voice.
But like she was also on The Voice.
Yeah,
Funny
everyone's
enough.
on The Voice.
But man, those three,
All right.
those will do you well.
Right on.
How about you guys?
Oh, shit.
Got something for us?
Well,
local.
We got a long car
Anyway.
ride, so
Yeah.
all right. So I would say right now, the heavy rotation for me, we had some brothers in here that have the most ridiculous harmony in the world, the Jenkins twins.
The Jenkins twins.
They just played
They
a
were
show
killer.
for us. We have just now started putting together a once a month show called Top Hill Takeover at the Monarch, which by the time this comes out will be right in that mix. So make sure you come to that one if you're listening to this. The lineup we have for that, which you guys can listen to these guys. Number one, Earl Bowman will be playing that night. We have Emily Jamerson coming in from Lexington area playing. We have Luke Trimble coming in to play, and we have Hunter Flynn coming in that day as well to play. So we got a crazy, stupid lineup. So check those guys out if you all want to listen to some good music.
All right.
But before we get out of here, you all have got a new song coming out. You have hopefully some new listeners and followers. Where can they follow you? Where can they find you? All that good stuff.
Yeah. Well, you can just look up my name, Grace Pelle, and that's P like Peter, ELLE. But my Instagram is actually Grace Pelle, and there's 2 E's at the end. So GRACEPELLEE. And then that's also the same thing on TikTok. And then Spotify is just Grace Pelle.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of anything else.
There's a good chunk
Apple
of
Music, Grace Pelle. Yeah.
Yeah, good chunk of music on Spotify. Like Earl said, it's really, really, really well done. So I'd say start there, and then by the time you get a little bit of that digested, the new stuff will be ready to roll.
Yeah.
So thank you all so much, man. It's been a
Thank
blast.
you so
Thank
much.
you. Appreciate
Yeah,
it.
kudos to you guys, man. This has been so professional, so
Yeah.
tight, so fun.
Such a great
Appreciate
time.
it.
So
Yeah.
fun.
I'm going to put that on the website. I'm quoting him.
Nice little day trip for us. You know?
Yeah.
even when we walked in too, we look at the skyline out. I'm
Oh,
like,
it's
this
so
is gorgeous.
beautiful.
Yeah, that's
Beautiful.
we
Top
get
hill.
you early. Top
It is
hill. We weren't
literally
kidding.
top hill. Yeah.
We don't-
Firing.
It's great. Yeah,
Right
well,
at the
thanks so
top.
much.
Thank
I
you guys.
appreciate
Yeah, thanks
y'all.
for coming on. You all were awesome.
Yeah,
Yep.
thank you.